Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Popcorn and Coffee Table Talk. I'm your host, Jesse. Over here on my right, we have Jay.
Hi, how's it going?
And in the booth, we have Colin. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you guys?
Fantastic.
We're back.
We're back.
Did you ever watch that movie?
The dinosaur one?
Yeah.
A long
Talking
time ago.
dinosaurs?
Yeah.
That was gross.
Do you
Dinosaurs
remember it?
are gross.
I don't remember it. I remember watching it, but
Okay.
I don't remember the...
I remember
Show.
watching it pretty frequently growing up. And then we got older, and I was like, oh, my kids are going to love this movie. And I turned around, I was like, this is a sadistic movie. Because they, like, eat cereal to turn into talking dinosaurs and stuff, but
What?
it's real weird. Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
It's
okay.
weird. Because they're just regular dinosaurs
Wow.
for a while.
That's kind of how I felt when I went back and rewatched Rocko's Modern Life. That old Nickelodeon cartoon. I was like, oh, I used to love this as a kid. Turned it on for my sisters when they were so little, and I was like, no, not a kid's show.
I was going to say, we're back. I'm pretty sure they start turning the kids back into monkeys. Back into monkeys. Like,
The dinosaurs?
no, like the cereal that the dinosaurs eat to make them smart, the kids eat or something. I don't know. But it starts turning them into monkeys.
So reverse evolution.
Reverse Darwinism.
So it's some kind of forward and reverse evolution cereal?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or is it just the flavor? You have to
Chocoberry.
you have to get the future flavor to advance or the past flavor to regress.
So like that Alice in Wonderland type thing. If you
maybe
eat it, you get bigger. If you drink it, you get smaller or something like that.
That or it's just like different species react differently to it. So it's like we can eat chocolate, but chocolate kills dogs kind of stuff.
Oh, that makes sense.
So it's just one thing, but if you give it to a fish, that fish is going to become a bird. I don't know. Stupid.
And then that bird
Aren't the
turns into
fish the birds of the sea?
Ooh.
Are they flying under there?
Well, the bottom of the ocean is the ground.
What?
What are we doing?
All fish are flying.
So they're not fins, they're wings.
They just don't need bird-sized wings to fly in their environment.
Yeah.
The
just blew my mind.
You know.
Yeah. I want to see a pufferfish fly in the air, though, now that it's an image in my head.
They can't. They have to have the water.
I get it. Okay. Anyways, on to other news. I don't want to say better news. Other news.
It's news.
Go ahead.
Ezra Miller?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Him.
Creepy.
Or they.
They, sorry. Let's get the pronouns correct.
It's important.
Yeah. So he,
All of him's.
yeah, he's mocking
We
authorities
don't
now
have that
with his...
sponsor yet.
Huh?
We don't have that sponsor yet.
Mocking authorities.
Yeah, he's yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, he resurfaced with a mustache at Mother's Farm as cops and WB Studios remain stupefied with his relentless controversies.
That's a pretty decent Disturbed song. I'm stupefied.
He's just back at his mom's house. Ezra Miller is not breaking news anymore. What is breaking news? That mustache.
Yeah, that mustache is...
It's law breaking.
It's law breaking. It's not law abiding. It's law breaking.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you weren't screaming, "I'm kind of a pedophile" before, you are now.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. Not to say there's anything wrong with mustaches, but
No.
some people shouldn't wear them, a.k.a. Ezra Miller.
Yes.
I think it would be fun, though. What we should do is if we get, like... If you people out there can get us 100 subscribers on YouTube, Jesse and I will both grow mustaches. I will shave the beard and just wear a mustache.
How many subscribers would it take to shave your head?
Oh no.
Because Colin will shave his head. Colin's shaved his head before.
We'll do the bald episode.
Can I do a bald cap? With
Nope.
1,000K?
10,000 subscribers,
10,000 subscribers.
and I will shave my hair.
We have
10,000?
10,000? 1,000.
Oh, 1,000 subscribers.
Yeah. Would you do it for 1,000? That's a lot for us. That's a milestone moment. Deserving of it.
I don't know, man.
Head shave. It'll grow back.
We're still several hundreds away from 1,000 channel views on the videos. At this
Let
point.
alone.
That's true.
So you committing to that isn't really committing to me.
All right, 1,000 subscribers, and I will shave my head.
He did it. We have it
go.
on tape.
Watch, we'll get 1,000 subscribers this week.
I would love it.
I would be ticked.
That would be hilarious.
I would be ticked. 'cause
Share it
I've
with
been
your friends. Listen, guys, have you ever seen Pay It Forward with Kevin Spacey? Kevin Spacey. What
That's the name that shall not be mentioned.
what was the kid's name in Pay It Forward?
Ezra Miller.
In danger.
Huh?
In danger.
Haley Joel
Kevin
Osment?
Spacey was there.
Oh, that's a good movie. All you guys got to do is pay our videos forward to one person, and then before you know it, 10,000.
Then we get the bald episode.
Another bit of news I
I'll
saw.
cry.
We'll have to film the shaving
Yeah.
as well.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that would be so.
1,000 subscribers, though.
hilarious.
Let's do it, guys. I saw today actually that Henry Cavill was in talks to potentially take over as James Bond for Daniel Craig.
Really? I don't like it.
I want Idris Elba.
I think that would be
I'm
better.
okay with both of those.
They'd
Okay.
both do fine,
Yeah,
but
I'm
if I
okay
got
with
to
both of
pick,
those,
I'd take Idris Elba over him.
You haven't seen a single James Bond movie.
That's true. I haven't.
And chuck Tom Hardy in there, might as well. He
Wait.
can be the third string quarterback option.
He'd have to get like lean. Like him from Inception. You remember he was kind of like lanky.
He doesn't always run around mega jacked.
He always, these days he does. Since Warrior, like he's
He
always
wasn't
been just
huge
like,
in Venom.
his traps are like this big.
For that movie and for Bronson.
Since.
He wasn't gigantic in Venom.
He was a pretty big boy.
He's pretty
He's
big and
bigger, but he's not like
and he walks with a hunch
the Hulk.
because his muscles are too heavy, too dense. They're not even big, they're just dense.
He's just a high density man.
They're weighing his body down.
He's always like constantly walking around with just rocks on his
Yes.
back.
And speaking with an English accent.
Yeah. Wow.
I saw, I don't know if you watched it or not. I saw the Andor trailer.
Yeah. I
Did you
haven't
wa-
watched-
did you watch it?
Not the newest one. There was an older one.
Okay.
I think a new one released. Is that the one you watched?
Maybe. I
Okay.
didn't know there were two, so I watched one.
Okay.
It looks incredible.
Yeah, no, it looks really good.
Because it doesn't look like Star Wars.
Yeah.
It doesn't. It looks
What-
like a war film, and that's like it. But granted, it's Star Wars. There's Star Wars stuff in it. You know what that is? Like Rogue One.
I watched Rogue One. I can't remember what Andor is.
He's the
Cassian
main.
Andor is
He's
the
the main
main
character
guy.
in it.
He's the main.
Yeah.
Well, aside
Okay.
from
Aside from the woman,
Yeah.
he's the main male lead role in it.
Okay.
So they're giving him a series on Disney Plus. That this all takes place prior to Rogue One.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it'd be like a 6-episode series, I think.
I think it's more than that because at the end of the trailer it says releasing on September 21st the first 3 episodes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It looks incredible.
Yeah.
But along with it now they're re-releasing Rogue One in theaters.
Are they really?
Do we think that's necessary?
I don't know if it's necessary. It's just a money grab, but Rogue One was good. I thought it was one of the better just all around stories for Star Wars.
I don't think I've seen it all the way through.
Really,
Yeah.
I really liked it.
I should probably go back and revisit it.
Yeah, I thought it was solid.
I'll have to watch it before that series comes out.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you know what's gonna happen. Like it's not one that's predictable, but the story was still good. Like the way they played it and the characters on how they got to the
Well, I'm down for a good story.
yeah, how they got the plans and stuff to Leia and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
As far as putting it in theaters, I don't know if that's going to make a huge difference.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's going to help draw attention to it so that people will go watch it again and prep
Yeah.
for the series.
They're releasing it before the series in theaters, or
I believe so, yes.
oh, okay.
Or maybe
It would make sense to give it a run.
simultaneously or right before.
I mean, I probably wouldn't go back and pay to watch it.
Really?
Not when it's on Disney Plus.
Even in like IMAX?
No.
Have you ever been to an IMAX theater?
Yeah.
Have you?
I don't know that I've been to IMAX, no.
I've never been to an IMAX.
It's been a long time.
Bucket list.
But there's one in Portage.
I know.
We need to go.
Portage isn't close.
I've probably driven by that one a good handful
Yeah.
of times now that I think about it.
We should when the Batman 2 comes out, we'll go watch that in IMAX.
That's not even confirmed yet. I was just nice segue. Not in the list, but nice segue. Matt Reeves is working on the script for it, even though it hasn't been greenlit by Warner Brothers yet.
Yeah.
How crazy is that? You think they'd have greenlit that day of? But he has
Warner Brothers is canceling everything and delaying everything at this point. So
I don't think they know.
Well, the DC president Hamada, is that Hamada?
Walter
Hamada.
Hamada sounds like a villain name. It'd be a good.
He sounds like a Die Hard character.
Yeah. He's gonna be stepping down.
What was his name? That guy's character's name in Die Hard. Because I think it was Walter something.
No. Hans Gruber.
No.
Yes,
not the bad guy.
Oh.
Holly's boss. The Asian guy.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, sounds like him.
Okay. Anyways, he said after Black Adam releases,
just blocked.
Completely
Get out
just
of my
shut
life.
down everything I was saying. Okay.
After Black Adam releases, he says he's gonna probably step down.
Which is before Shazam 2.
Right, before Shazam 2 and The Flash, which both movies got delayed because they canceled Batgirl. Mm-hmm. Which they canceled Batgirl.
Batgirl.
They canceled Batgirl, and they, I guess in a test screenings, it had the same ratings as Shazam 2.
Oh.
Yeah. And they canceled that, and they went ahead and went forward with Shazam.
So they must be looking at Shazam 2 as like their heavy hitter.
They would have to.
And they don't want that one to steal its thunder.
Could be.
There's a couple things we do know about Warner Brothers. Unfortunately, they are very misogynistic and sexist and racist. It's not a joke. That's not a pun. It's an actual thing. I'm not kidding. So unfortunately, yes, if they were going to can Batgirl or Shazam 2, obviously they're going to can Batgirl. No offense to whoever plays Batgirl or the people behind that movie. You know who you work for.
I was more disappointed that the Blue Beetle movie got like basically sliced now. I was looking forward to that.
I don't even know what it is.
He's Blue Beetle. He's a DC superhero.
So he's DC Spider-Man.
Kind of, yeah. But he's a beetle. Awesome.
And he's just beetling up all the bad guys.
Yeah.
Nice. That was good.
Yeah, Warner Bros. Is just a dumpster fire.
I just don't care anymore.
Are they the only ones with rights to DC stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're going under, right?
Who?
Warner Brothers.
They're not going under.
Okay.
They're still making stuff.
What does it
They
mean?
just don't know what they're doing with the DC.
They're just losing crap loads of money, though.
Yeah.
I mean, it's because, like, on the one hand, we've talked about this before, they're making Joker 2.
Right.
They're going to make a sequel to the Batman. They're going to. But that's not linked to this other series of movies that they keep trying to get off the ground that they failed to do. Mm-hmm. They just need to quit.
Yeah.
Just make movies.
You know what I think they should do? I think DC or Warner Brothers should sell the rights to the DC stuff to Paramount and let Paramount take control of it. See what they can do. They could sell it tomorrow. They could sell it to Disney. Disney's not going to do anything with it right now. I wouldn't see Disney purchasing that and that being a good idea for Disney.
Yeah, but you know who I'd love to see take a hold of that and really...
Kevin Feige.
Yes.
I understand that, but he's too busy with Marvel.
No, I bet he would can Marvel to go do that. Because that's fresh. I bet Kevin Feige's getting tired of the treadmill that is Marvel. None of it's bad, but that's got to start feeling samey at some point.
Yeah, and he's already built that empire.
Yeah, it's pretty much running itself.
He's giving him the blueprint. He's like, all right, you carry this one on.
Yeah.
Then he'll go and pull the other one from the depths like he did Marvel. And
He could do it.
Disney's got the bankroll. They're absolutely filthy rich.
Or
Just a matter of Warner Brothers would sell to him.
you either bring
Yeah.
Kevin Feige in or you bring the other goat of revitalization in. From a director's standpoint. Not from a producer's standpoint, but who is it?
Wait.
Marvel? Star Wars? Disney Animation?
And Kurt Russell.
Jon Favreau.
Oh.
That's how you get the fans happy.
Oh, you're very punny today.
Yep.
On other news, John Carpenter is already saying that Halloween ends,
Halloween in it.
Halloween in it, isn't the final film of the franchise.
Oh!
Not okay. I believe what he means is that it's the last film of like this trilogy, but that there's going to be more Halloween movies.
Put the screw in my eye.
Why?
Because it's slasher horror.
Okay.
It's like the worst genre of horror.
But what they do is never die. Since the 80s. Since the late 70s, early 80s, they just don't die. It's kind of like art. It's kind of like life imitating art in as much as like the characters in those movies never die. These franchises never die.
They need to die.
Especially that one.
Yeah, that one sucks.
Carpenter needs to find another avenue, which is sad. He's putting just a black mark on his record of great films that he's done. Escape from New York, The Thing, the original Halloween movie, which is a classic.
This Carpenter just needs to build a different series. It's a whole different,
this guy's
a
just
whole
punning.
different project.
He's just punning it all day long. Nobody cares about Halloween anymore. Unfortunately, it's still making the money though, so they're gonna keep making them. Who here is gonna go see this one? All of us are. That's the problem. We are the problem, not John Carpenter.
You know what Pure Flix needs to do?
We just realized what did they need to do.
Sorry, this is going to segue in. They need to make a Halloween movie.
I call it Trunk or Treat.
No. Let me finish. They need to make a Halloween movie. Not call it Halloween, but call it Reformation Day. Because Halloween, October 31st, is on Reformation Day. That's the day Martin Luther nailed the 95 Theses to the door of the Catholic Church. But make a movie about it and then just have all the Catholics hunting down Martin Luther and stuff.
So it's like Abraham Lincoln Vampire.
Yes.
With Martin
Luther. Yes.
Yeah.
It can't be any worse than this.
I guess it can't be, but
I have zero comments on that. And I want to have a comment on that. I have no comment.
Okay. Whatever.
Has Pureflix ever made a horror movie?
No, they're not going to. I mean, I don't know how you would make that a horror movie. You could make it somewhat creepy.
Have they ever made a thriller movie?
No.
6?
That's not Pureflix.
Oh.
That was pre-Pureflix.
But it's on Pureflix.
Is it? Well, that's not a Pureflix original. Wait, is Pureflix a production company or are they just a streaming service?
They're a production company.
Okay, then they did not produce 6.
Did you ever watch 6? That had Jeffrey Dean Morgan in it.
I feel like I did a very long time ago.
David A.R. White.
Stephen Baldwin.
Yeah.
It's not as good as I remembered it.
No, it's bad.
He like gets tortured by the devil.
All those post-apocalyptic,
very
those post like end time movies that from the 90s and stuff.
Like
rough.
Left Behind 3.
Yeah. Very, very rough.
Very rough. And mildly inaccurate.
Well, it depends on where you fall on the...
Theologically speaking. I like to talk with a lisp sometimes. Sorry.
It's your theological character voice. I'm going to sound
My
like
name's
I
Simon.
have a 2 IQ.
Cut that out.
Please cut that out.
Oh, don't leave that in. Don't leave my lisping.
It's staying in.
Huh?
It's staying in.
Anywho.
I guess you'll have to watch the whole edit to see if it's still there. I'm not going to tell you either way.
Just put it in at the end. Oh.
Anyways.
Moving on. Number 3. How much do you know about Kraven the Hunter?
Not a lot.
So he's like...
Or anything.
Spider-Man's biggest rival.
Even bigger than Goblin?
Even bigger than Goblin.
Really? Okay.
Yes. He's like just a hunter who hunts big game and he's the type of guy who's literally killed everything to the point that he's like, okay, well, the only thing left for me to hunt is Spider-Man.
So he likes
just giga poacher.
He's like a trophy hunter, so I mean, he's not like a poacher.
No, every animal, not all animals are legal to hunt.
He's like the guy from Jurassic Park 2 who wants to kill the T-Rex.
He wants to poach the T-Rex.
But they were letting him, so is it poaching if everyone's letting him?
I guess.
It's not like the white rhino.
Sanctioned poaching.
But Aaron Taylor Johnson.
So Quicksilver is going to be back in the MCU.
No. This is Sony.
Oh, okay.
So not technically in the MCU. But yes, in the MCU. If you think, since Venom is in the MCU, then yes, MCU, but no.
So is this going to be in, will he possibly be a villain then in the Amazing Spider-Man 3?
I have no idea.
If that ever gets released?
Because it's like a solo movie, so I don't think it has literally anything to do with Spider-Man.
Oh, okay.
At this point.
Gotcha.
Just giving him some groundwork for like the Sinister Six or something.
Yeah. He's pretty big now, though. Aaron, and not like his name, like he's just a large man.
Oh,
He's got pretty jacked. I don't know if you've seen him in anything recently. He's in Bullet Train that's out right now. You know who he is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. They're CGing him to be even bigger. But the whole movie is being shot actually on location, which I think is awesome, as opposed to a soundstage. I have no idea what this is, but I'm really, really excited for it.
So they're going to CGI him. Why can't he not just work out and get bigger?
I mean, you can only get so big.
How big do they want him to get?
I don't know how big he's supposed to be.
I mean, Henry
Is
Cavill.
he supposed to be superhuman? Is he just a hunter that's jacked?
I didn't read the comics either.
Henry Cavill got down to like 5% body fat in Superman.
He was just an absolute massive monster in that.
And he did that himself.
Well, I'm sure he's super fit too. And they're saying they just want him bigger than what he is.
Well, that's just, if you're going to
That
CGI
seems
him.
dumb.
Yeah.
Listen, guys.
He doesn't have to be absolutely huge to look 4 times bigger than Spider-Man.
He doesn't have to look bigger than Spider-Man at all because I don't even think Spider-Man's in it.
Well, so I mean, if you want him to be this larger-than-life villain, especially compared to the guy he's facing, we have a pretty small Spider-Man right now.
Yeah.
He is rather small. Speaking of which, I just read today that Tom Holland is taking a hiatus from social media.
Oh, really?
Good for him.
Good for him. Mental health stuff. Kraven the Hunter, we're all super excited about it. That's my takeaway.
I'm not craving it, but...
There we go.
I'll give it to you. I'll give that one to you.
Thank you.
Yeah, whatever. Sony doesn't know what they're doing either.
No.
And now the way Marvel's going, does Marvel know what they're doing? Does anyone making movies know what they're doing?
I think Marvel's gotten a little power drunk. And then now they think they can just do whatever they want.
Or are they just
and it'll
dry?
all be the greatest.
Is it just creatively dry?
You would think with the backlog that they have, that it shouldn't be hard to have creative elements.
So you think they're intentionally steering into the iceberg because even God can't sink this ship?
Basically, they're the Titanic now, yeah.
Ooh.
That's the way I think of it.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of untapped characters already with decades of storylines to pick from. You just have to adapt it to film.
Mm-hmm.
Not that that's an easy task, but when you already have that much to go off of,
Right.
it's easier than a brand new everything.
Yeah.
So what? They're just so bloated with their own egos that...
They may not think the stuff is as bad as it is, or maybe they're just making choices that back in the foundation for Endgame they wouldn't have made. Maybe not putting as much care in as the Endgame days. The build up to that one. Anyway.
It could be.
And I think, too, they've been going over with the series, which I know they got a bunch of movies lined up for the next few years. But they are releasing a lot more series now with Disney+. Maybe we're not liking that as much. Maybe we would prefer them to be in films. Even though we are enjoying the series, maybe we're just like subconsciously we're just not.
I don't disagree with that.
Yeah, it could be. I'm just kind of getting burnt out on series.
Well, their series are middling at best. You know, none of them have been like incredible. None of them have given you the impression that you got from a Winter Soldier or that you got from a Black Panther the first time you watched it. You know?
Yeah.
Or that first Avengers movie. None of them have that feel, and I don't know that they can. Can they?
You would think they could with being 6 episodes long, almost 50 minutes apiece. That's 6 hours of story.
But it's the way that you view it that is impacting it negatively, I think. Because you're waiting a week before you get to watch the next one. Even Moon Knight I thought was good. I think that would have been a better movie where you can see the arc play out in the 2 hours together. And I've never gone back, and maybe I should just binge watch those 6 episodes of Moon Knight and see if that plays better than having to wait.
Yeah.
Not that it's just like I'm impatient, but I think the waiting for certain shows is a detriment to the show.
That, and you almost have to have some kind of arc for the episode itself.
Well, there's nothing contained, yeah.
You're condensing each story arc to 50 minutes. Mm-hmm. When you could play it out more open-ended through the cuts if you had it in a movie format.
Yeah.
If they're going to do these like 6-episode series, they should do some of those more open-ended.
Yeah.
Treat it like an act. Mm-hmm. And then you have 6 acts through the movie, but it's played out in a series.
Yeah.
I think the best example we've had has probably been Hawkeye.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I think too, doing series are completely different because I look at like a lot of the series I like, and you need more drama and stuff when it comes to a series, because if there's not enough drama in it, you kind of throw it out. Like Yellowstone is really good because of all the drama with all the different characters. There's not much drama in Moon Knight. There's not much drama in Falcon Winter Soldier.
You're not wrong. I think we're hitting something here. I think we're striking a chord. That being said, I do know that Amelia Clark has been cast as one of the main Skrulls for the Secret Invasion series. So that's the Skrull storyline. What do you think about that?
Sure. I don't really know who...
Oh, you don't?
I'm trying
Amelia
to think.
Clark?
Amelia
Well,
Clark.
she's most well known for Game of Thrones.
Oh. Okay, I know who
And
it is
then
now.
she was in Solo, a Star Wars story. She was in...
I didn't watch Solo.
I think I did.
You never watched?
No. I didn't care. I didn't watch it.
But she was also in a British movie called Last Christmas with Henry Golding.
Okay.
And you liked Crazy Rich Asians.
I did like Crazy
You would
Rich
probably
Asians.
like Last Christmas.
I'll check it out.
Just don't watch it until Christmas because
Right.
it's a Christmas movie.
Of course.
Directed by Emma Thompson, though. Who is... what else was she in? She's getting so...
She's older, right?
She's so old now.
Yeah, she was
is.
in...
I love her, though. She's the mom in... she was the mom in The Parent Trap, the remake.
Yes.
She directed it. She's been doing quite a bit of directing lately, which is fun. But we've been talking about Marvel, and we're talking about Star Wars. I'm just going to skip ahead to the last one there.
Okay.
Simply because it ties in, and there was a segue, even though I gave it away. Mark Ruffalo compares Marvel and Star Wars, and that quote there, you get the same version of Star Wars each time. He's pretty much claiming you can watch any of the MCU movies and you're getting its own independent story, and they're all different. You watch one Star Wars movie, you've seen all the Star Wars movies. Is he right or is he
Bold claim.
Bold move, Cotton. And when you really think about it,
Is he wrong?
I don't think he's wrong.
I think maybe with... Yeah, I mean... So the original trilogy, for its time and stuff when that came out, those were all different. So you can say the original trilogy was good for, when it was by itself, and then everything else afterwards is just repeating that, then yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wouldn't disagree with that. I mean, you're still looking through heavily tainted nostalgia glasses on that one, but
Well, I would argue.
fact
I
is
would
that
argue
they all look the same.
I would argue Rogue One is a different story. I think Rogue One would be one that would be completely different from the others.
yeah, I would agree with that. But that's one. 1 out of 10.
Yeah.
That's all the Star Wars movies, right? 10, 11. Well, you've got
3,
9,
10, 11.
11. Yeah.
Yeah.
And for the most part, if you're watching a Marvel movie, outside of the few, so we're talking upwards of 26 movies now, you're getting different feels with most of them. You are.
I could turn that around on Mark Ruffalo and say, well, anytime I see a Mark Ruffalo movie, I just get Mark Ruffalo.
You're not wrong. Oh, foot in mouth, Mark Ruffalo. Oh,
It's gonna ruffle his feathers. If
that
he
was
hears
rough. Below. That's good.
Yeah.
That was a good one because it is true. He's not a great actor. I like him. I'm not saying I don't, but
Oh yeah, there's a lot of
he does the same thing in everything.
Mm-hmm.
He does the same stare with the same kind of side lip talk. Spotlight, though, it's a good movie. Go check it out.
Mm-hmm.
There'll be a shot of him looking like this in about every one of them.
Yes, yes,
slightly
that is
tilted
how he looks.
forward.
That face he's making there is the entire Zodiac movie.
That's his entire emotional range for a whole movie.
About the same haircut too,
Yep. He doesn't.
or Shutter Island. He's in a lot of good movies.
Foxcatcher.
Or 13 going on 30.
Ooh, Andy Serkis is in that one too.
Yeah, you're right. Moving away from teen rom-coms.
What do you got against teen rom-coms?
Everything.
Depends on the teen rom-com.
So you're telling me you do like 13 going on 30?
I don't think 13 going on 30 is a bad movie, no. It's fine. It's a fine movie.
I can't stand what's her name.
Jennifer Garner?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
I cannot stand Jennifer Garner.
I was watching The Adam Project, which has Jennifer Garner and Mark Ruffalo back together again. 13 going on 30 reunion. These days, because of where she's kind of aged into the role she's in, she pretty much just plays a mom and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, you're just a mom. Like, you're not even acting. You're just playing yourself, the mom.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. It's not good in act.
What?
Another bold statement. Not good at acting.
Yes, thank
She
you.
was on Alias for like
Can you speak into the
9
mic, please, when you
years.
say this?
He's like, ugh.
Yeah, I didn't catch that. What was it?
I was hoping you didn't catch what I did, so yeah.
She's not terrible. She's better than.
They're definitely worse.
There's definitely worse.
Name one. I mean,
Helena
I'm not,
Bonham Carter,
Amber Heard,
Johnny Depp.
I said actresses.
Oh, Johnny Depp.
Ezra Miller.
I wish Jennifer Garner was the Flash.
Should probably be better.
Yeah.
She'd be a better Flash.
Is there a female version of that character? Yeah, Nora.
She's in
Well, that-
2022.
That's in that series. I don't know if that's in the
Anyone can be
comics.
female or black or gay.
She's not in the comics?
I don't know that she is.
Oh. I only got it from the show, so I had no frame of reference.
Yeah.
There's not a female speedster?
I don't know. Not that I'm aware of. I'm sure there probably is, but not that I'm aware of.
I don't get service here.
Liar.
It just came through. Look, a bunch of things. Oh,
All right.
what are we doing? What are we doing with our lives? They're rebooting the Tomb Raider franchise again.
Oh, yay.
Again. I say again twice because it's the second time.
I know. Who are they going to get to play her now?
I don't know.
Who played her in the last one?
Vikander. I think that's her last name. It's like Alicia Vikander, maybe.
How do you know this?
I don't know. I remember seeing a
I don't
trailer
remember.
poster or something along those lines.
Felicity Jones.
I don't think so.
I don't remember.
Because wasn't she in that weird robot movie
Felicity Jones?
Not Felicity Jones.
Ex Machina?
Yeah.
You might be right.
I think it's the same
Okay.
lead female.
You might be
for
right.
that one.
Did
Why
you
are
ever
they
watch Ex
rebooting?
Machina? Oscar Isaac. That was a crazy movie.
Yeah, I never did watch that one.
Maybe you could get Jennifer Garner to play the new Tomb Raider.
There we go.
No, she would play the Tomb Raider's mother,
Oh, okay.
Mrs. Raider.
What about... Who's the...
What about Kate Mara?
No. Maybe.
Is there anything story-wise teased about it yet?
I don't think
Like,
so.
is it an
The
older
article I
Tomb Raider,
seen-
younger Tomb Raider?
No, the article I just seen said they're in talks to reboot it with a different lead. So there wasn't any, like... No. I get what
Ooh.
you're saying, but no.
Ooh. Maya Hawke.
What about that Stranger Things actress that's in the Whale movie?
In the what?
The Whale movie?
The whale movie. Are you talking
We were
about?
just talking about that.
Oh, the 600 pound man.
Yeah.
Sadie Sink.
It's called The Whale, so...
I was more thinking the other Stranger Things actress. But I don't remember her name. Nancy.
Oh,
Oh,
Dyer, Natalie Dyer.
There you go.
Yeah.
I think she more fits the bill.
I don't know. I'd go with Maya Hawke. Or Anna Johnson from 50 Shades of Grey.
Or Finn Wolfhard.
there we go.
He could, yeah.
He could pull it off.
They, them Raider?
No, that's Ezra. That's Ezra Miller.
Who'd you say?
He's the Groom Raider.
And he's the... I said Anna Johnson from the 50 Shades movies.
Dakota Johnson?
Dakota Johnson.
Once you said it, I'm like, that's not a thing.
That's not it. Yeah, Dakota Johnson. Anyways,
Kristen Stewart.
maybe.
Might as well. She could probably do it.
I don't know why we're talking about this. Nobody cares about the Tomb Raider movies.
I've never seen him.
Apparently the games are good. I don't know. I have also never played it or seen them. What I am excited about,
Okay.
unless you had a different direction.
No,
You have a different direction?
I don't.
District 10.
Oh.
Buckle up, because we're not talking about the Hunger Games, kids. We're talking about a sequel to District 9. It's going to start filming finally, all these years later. Nothing? I'm excited about this.
Just slip Korg in there in one little scene.
That would
in the
work
background.
so well, too.
Because his voice would fit with that guy.
Did you watch it?
District 9?
Yeah.
Ages ago.
Oh, yeah, it's been out forever now.
Yeah.
You've never seen
I've
it.
never seen it.
I think you, me, and Devin might have watched it together.
Probably. I really enjoyed that movie.
It was
It gets
alright.
off the rails at the end, but
That's like, what about aliens, right?
it's like aliens land on Earth in Africa, I'm pretty sure.
South Africa.
South Africa, but they're not hostile and they're just like bugs. They're like giant cockroaches.
Okay.
And not by giant, they're like 5 or 6 feet tall and that's it. But their ship crashes and they need us to take care of them. So they form just a community in Africa, but then they just turn into like pretty much the equivalent of gangs and just deplorable. They're making drugs and doing all, but it's like really realistic. And like how I'm saying it doesn't really portray what they are. How
They just kind of adopted the human way of doing things.
yeah, but they're just leeches. They're just succubuses.
They just got their sugar water and now they're good.
Yes. So they're making a sequel.
I get that reference.
Finally.
Okay.
Well, I would want to know what his thoughts are. You need to watch the movie.
I'll check it out at some point.
You just wait till this one's about to come out, then we can both
Yeah.
watch it. Let's do that.
Let's do that.
Anyways.
Gives me a couple years. Godzilla vs. Kong 2 will be more ape-centric.
What does that even mean?
I don't know.
It'll be more about King Kong than it will be about Godzilla.
So why not just leave Godzilla out of it completely?
Because then it's just Kong 2. Return to Skull Island.
What's wrong with that?
Could title it Kong 2 Electric Boogaloo.
There we go. Ape Electric Boogaloo.
I felt like Godzilla vs. Kong. Oh, you watched that one?
No.
Oh my gosh.
I've told you
Do you even movie?
I do. I just don't like these movies.
Oh my goodness, I can't even. Did you watch it?
I was listening to the McAfee podcast, and the whole thing got spoiled on that. So
It's pretty ape-centric already.
wasn't expecting it to get spoiled. It's like, oh, all right. There's the whole plot.
It's pretty much, that movie is pretty much about Kong the whole time.
Yeah.
And now they're talking about the sequel coming out, and it's going to be about Kong. And I'm just like, we just did that. I would hardcore argue this movie doesn't need to be made.
Maybe they could bring in all the apes from Planet of the Apes and
They were
have either that or just...
And there you go.
They fight.
Yeah.
It's the Kong God coming in. Andy Serkis is just all of them.
He's all of them. I am still way more excited about another Planet of the Apes movie. Did you watch those movies?
Yeah. They could bring in like all the monkeys. Like Donkey Kong can come in.
Now we're talking.
Born Wild. Remember that one?
Yes.
Disney movie back
Yeah.
in the day?
Yeah.
He like takes that gorilla on a road trip.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's another one. Lots of monkey movies. Dunstan checks
in. Yeah. What's the one with Clint Eastwood? He's got a monkey or an orangutan.
Mm-hmm.
Dirty Harry. I thought this was
Dirty Harry's
the
about the
monkey.
monkey. Oh, what was that one called?
The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
No.
Any Which Way But Lose.
I believe that may
That's-
be it. I believe that's it.
Yeah.
Because they made a sequel to it.
Any Which Way But Lose 2, Electric Boogaloo.
He had a capuchin in that one.
Ah.
Where they would dance and take off its hat. They don't do that anymore. Have you been to a fair where a guy was walking around with a capuchin?
No.
No? I miss it. Man, those were the days. You never seen that growing up?
I don't remember. No.
Where a guy would like play the little thing and then the monkey would just literally just walk around, take his hat off and ask for money. Come on. Oh, God bless America.
I think after people saw those monkeys dragging kids off of bicycles, they stopped doing that.
I was listening to a podcast talking about the woman who owned the chip. Mm-hmm. And the chip just went ballistic. She was like feeding it Xanax and stuff. And it's just like, oh my goodness, what are you doing? It was like 280 pounds.
Jeez.
Why was she feeding it Xanax?
I don't know. And it drank wine?
Probably have to keep it from killing her. Just stay
Yeah, it was
down.
like a stress
Stay
thing.
down.
She was trying to get it to chill, but it
She
made
was
it crazy.
Ezra Miller in this thing?
Oh gosh, she was grooming the monkey? They, them? All of thems?
Oh.
Oh.
I think the title of this episode should be titled They Them.
Thank it, we're on.
I think I've already seen this movie, Godzilla vs. Kong 2, in an Instagram video. But it was just a ginormous iguana and some other black and white monkey. But the iguana just walked up and smacked it across the face with its tail. The monkey freaked out, grabbed its tail, and then just swung it around and threw it. And it was a big lizard.
Jeez.
It was gigantic.
So it was Godzilla versus Kong.
It was.
That
And I
sounds
was like,
like
what
it.
are they doing?
Have you seen those videos of those monkeys snatching kids?
No.
There was a monkey rode in on a little motorcycle, jumped off the motorcycle, grabbed the kid, and starts running down the alley, dragging the child. The child's
Where?
like twice the size of the monkey.
Where was this at?
It was somewhere overseas. I can't remember, like Indonesia maybe.
I know last year around Christmas time, there were monkeys dropping dogs from rooftops over.
Yeah,
I do
there
remember
was.
hearing that.
Yeah, they were like taking them up to the tops and throwing them off.
We're not even talking about movies anymore. But to round it out, before we wrap up today, I figured we'd go and we're going to do a new segment called We're going to do a new segment called Reddit Knows Best. And Reddit has gone out of their way to list for us the 10 most heartbreaking deaths in Star Wars. I love how this has come together. We've talked about Star Wars quite a bit this episode. Mm-hmm. Not intentional at all. But here we are. So we're going to list, do we agree with Reddit or not?
Okay.
So how do we want to do this? By the end, do we say Reddit was correct, thumbs up, Reddit was wrong, thumbs down, or do we say...
Yeah.
We just say Yay or nay, and we round up the tally at the end. If it's positive, then they're good.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's good.
Yeah.
Okay. So death number 1, Luke. Okay, go back to the top. Heartbreaking. That's what it was. 10 most heartbreaking. So was Luke's death heartbreaking?
No.
No, it was not.
It was all planned. He knew what he was doing.
Yeah, I mean, he sacrificed himself intentionally. Mm-hmm. And even when he died, he was off by himself.
He was right back.
Yeah.
Literally. Literally. You're not even kidding, because in the next movie, he was back as a Force Ghost. So not heartbreaking at all.
Wasn't he in the end of that one?
I don't remember. I think you might be
Because there
right.
was a scene with him and Rey at the end. And
Yeah.
Yep.
Like a
So-
Force ghost.
No, not heartbreaking. Darth Vader. Heartbreaking?
I think
I
it
would
was
say
kind of
so.
emotional. Yeah.
I would say.
If I was going to give him one, I'd give it that one.
Yeah.
Because he obviously...
Finally, like, realized, like, the error of his ways.
Yes.
Yeah.
My only argument, helmet on.
He wanted to look into his father's eye.
You don't like albino Mr. Potato Head?
Hey, look. His
No,
head,
that was a good sequence because Vader wanted to take his helmet off. Luke wanted him to keep his helmet on because that would keep him alive.
Yeah.
Yes. Heartbreaking. Good one. Yoda?
He kind of disappeared.
He was just tired of hearing Luke talk.
That's,
And he was like,
I've seen that meme. Oh, I seen that this week.
that was such a good meme.
Yeah.
But, well, okay, so he was in Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
Does he die in Return of the Jedi, or is he
Yes.
at the very beginning of Empire Strikes Back?
Well, Empire Strikes Back was first. That's
Oh,
when Luke
that's
finds
right.
him. So, yeah, he dies in Return of the Jedi.
Okay, that's right. I had those both.
He's like 900 years old. So,
But you barely, even in the original trilogy, you barely get to know him before he's gone.
yeah.
Yeah, there's not enough to get attached to Yoda.
Yeah.
No.
I would say it's far more heartbreaking only once you've seen the prequels and you
Yeah.
actually care about little flippy green Yoda. Mm-hmm. So no,
Even
not heartbreaking.
then,
they
it's
got
not
one
as
so
much.
far.
Han Solo.
Was it heartbreaking? I would say no.
Yeah.
Strictly because Han Solo doesn't want to be in these movies at all.
Yeah.
So, again, you didn't know this watching the movie, but part of his contract was, yes, I'll come back, but you have to kill me.
Was it assisted suicide?
Yes.
By his psychopathic son.
Because of that, I'm out.
I don't think it was heartbreaking. I really don't.
No.
No, it's like once he puts himself in that position, you know where it's going.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And he's like, that's going to be the thing that motivates him. It isn't.
No.
It isn't.
No.
Leia's death heartbreaking?
No.
No, it wasn't. Mm-mm. Was that in The Last Jedi or Rise of Skywalker? It was in Rise of Skywalker.
Rise of Skywalker,
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, because she force floats back into the spaceship in Last Jedi.
yeah.
No, that wasn't heartbreaking. Heartbreaking when Carrie Fisher actually passed away.
Yes.
But not.
Yes.
Yeah, I was going to say,
Mace Windu.
I don't feel like he's dead.
Number one, valid point. I don't think he's dead. Number two, that was more comical than it was anything.
Yeah, that
I
whole
remember
sequence.
even being 12 and being like laughing at Palpatine's no, shh, no. That was not heartbreaking.
Yeah. Please don't.
If anything, they just did him dirty with that.
Not heartbreaking. Wow, that was bad.
Jin and Cassian.
Oh, that was in Rogue One.
Full
was in
circle to Rogue One.
That was in Rogue One.
How'd they die?
They died
Nuclear blast.
watching the planet explode.
Oh, were they on the planet?
Yeah.
Ooh.
It was pretty, I would say it was pretty heartbreaking. I don't know.
It's more than most of these.
Yeah. I could definitely see there's definitely more emotion in that scene, I think.
Yeah, the way they did the scene
Yeah.
makes you feel more than
All right, we'll give him two. Oh,
Oh.
Aunt Beru and Uncle Owen. Was it heartbreaking?
No.
Yeah. Didn't even let me
We're
finish.
just heartless people, is what we're finding out.
We didn't know who they were.
No, not at that
In
point,
that
no,
movie.
really. And Uncle Owen was kind of a jerk. He
And-
didn't let Luke go. He was trying to hold Luke back.
And I think he really... Lucas should have taken a page out of, like, Spielberg's playbook with Jaws and less is more. Did we need to see skeletons, like, crawling out of the house?
They weren't crawling out of the house.
I'm pretty sure you just saw skeletons.
They were
though.
skeletons, but they weren't like crawling.
Why would they be skeletons? Not crawling. I'm not saying they were moving.
You said crawl.
But the skeleton was in a position that made it look like it was crawling. Like the person, before they were just skeletons, were crawling.
No, I'm pretty sure that they were just like
Oh.
this.
But if you wouldn't have showed us, maybe he ran into the house and came back out crying.
I don't know.
We're in agreement that it wasn't
No.
heartbreaking. Ooh, there's another one.
Nope.
Wasn't heartbreaking.
No, Obi-Wan was just doing what he needed to.
Again, another assisted suicide.
I was going to say, sacrifice in Star Wars is so much different than reality because you're just like, well, it's my time to go. Especially when they come back as Force Ghosts. It's really not that sad of a thing.
Yeah.
Like,
You're not really losing the character.
but at the same time, I guess that's an allegory for Christianity too, because should our death be sad?
Death is only the beginning.
They're Buddhists.
I'm not saying let's allow ourselves to be killed so easily, but
There's some scary eyes in that image.
No.
you're all the master of evil, doll. Ben, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't even remember this.
I haven't even watched this movie.
This was the weirdest sequence
I
of
didn't
events
even know
that
he
took
died.
place. I was more in shock that they kissed each other. I was like, why?
So she is an allegory for the Grim Reaper, the kiss of death.
No, because she force healed him. This was another thing where
Yeah.
like she force heals a snake in this movie.
So she's definitely evil.
So
She's definitely a Sith then.
Oh, yeah.
she's definitely got Sith in her. We know that.
Speak partial tongue to this snake and brought it back to life with the Force.
No, she just force healed it. And then she force heals him, but he still dies. So either A, she didn't force heal him all the way.
I thought she died and he kissed her, brought her back to life like a Disney princess. And then I don't know.
I don't remember her either.
Either way, this death was not sad. Nobody cared that Kylo Ren died.
No, I like Adam Driver too.
I do
I was gonna
too.
say that's the real tragedy is he's no longer available to
Death of
act.
his career. I'm just kidding. He's doing very well.
That's it.
Oh, that's all of them.
So we gave them 2.
Okay, so the title was, according to Reddit, 10 most heartbreaking deaths in Star Wars. Yes or no? No.
No,
2
we
of the
missed
10.
it.
2 of 10. I would say Qui-Gon. Why is Qui-Gon Jinn's death not on there? From
That was
Qui-Gon.
heartbreaking?
I would say that would be more heart.
Qui-Gon has a better chance of being called heartbreaking in this. The Ewoks that are just indiscriminately murdered.
Yeah. When Obi-Wan's watching him fight Maul and can't do anything to help him, and then that's
Yeah. There's more emotion tied to the scene because you get that sense of trapped helplessness.
yeah.
It's true. What about...
When all the Wookiees are just getting lit up.
Yeah.
That whole sequence where they're just slaughtering every Jedi. Episode
Order
3.
66 alone is more heartbreaking than...
That whole scene outdoes this whole list.
It's very true.
Yeah. When Anakin is slaughtering the younglings.
They got disrespected not getting put on this list.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, all the kids!
He slaughtered a legion of children.
All the kids except the one black girl from the Obi-Wan series. She was the only one that made it.
Or what about the Tusken Raiders when Anakin's slaughtering them?
The women and the children
Yes.
too.
Nobody cares about them?
Okay, we just crossed a very...
Wait, is he playing Professor X? No.
He's saying,
No.
wait, okay, let's get back to the point I was making and then we'll go there.
Okay.
So Reddit is saying all these deaths were sad. Old people are just willy-nilly just suicide dying. And so many kids are dying. Star Wars, so many kids are dying. Why do we watch these shows? So many kids.
Because they're fun and entertaining to us.
Padme's death. Padme wasn't even on the list.
I know. I thought that too.
More disrespect.
Which was actually, I mean, for as far as a Star Wars movie goes, was actually emotionally impactful. Reddit. Sorry, you got that one wrong. What did I call that segment? Reddit knows best.
Yes.
Reddit knows
nothing.
Worst.
In this case, they do not know best.
Yes, they do not know best. Thank you. That's what we'll go with.
Popular fan cast. It's not confirmed.
How do you say his first name?
Giancarlo
Esposito. Explains why his MCU Professor X would be like, okay.
He's just selling what he would do.
Scroll down. Can you zoom into that right there a little bit? Can you? Is that a thing? Oh, yes. I just want to see what he has to say. Would be like if he plays him for the Marvel Studios. Where's his quote? Oh, Patrick Stewart's...
Here's the quote.
I would play the character with force, grace, and calm. Someone who controls the chaos, but someone who also has the ability to uplift and inspire. Is that Professor X?
I don't know. I don't like it either way. I mean, it's going to be hard to get somebody else to play Professor X.
Well, I really think the two people they've cast were perfect.
No, right.
James McAvoy as a young Professor X, and then Patrick Stewart as an older Professor X. I don't know, and I really don't want to see Disney do this. They're probably going to do this. There's so many examples of them. I don't even know what you call it, where you just, okay, it was a white character here, but they're going to make it a black character now, which I don't care about. That's not a thing to me. But at the same time, are you really that willing to do it to everyone all the time? When we already have two other examples of what this character looks like, how this character exists in this world. I don't know. Just bring Patrick Stewart back. Just let him.
Why not have him play Magneto? Or not Magneto. Doctor Doom.
That guy?
Yeah.
I mean, he's got the range to do it.
Yeah, he's a pretty good villain.
He's a good actor, so I mean, he could play any role fine, I think.
I think he would be better.
Professor X. If you put it in that context where he's a good villain character.
Yeah, I think he's a good villain character. I would put him more as a villain than a hero.
I don't know. I feel like he could do it. Would he be the best option? Maybe not, but if that's where they put him, I wouldn't be unhappy. So I feel like he'll deliver enough. And then, depending on who he's surrounded with, he could still stand out as the best of the actors there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, who else would you pick to play Professor X?
Oh, I don't know. I haven't put that much thought into it.
Jeff Bridges. No.
Goldblum.
No. Already in the MCU.
He would ruin it.
I don't know. You guys been watching anything lately?
I haven't this week. This week's been dead for me.
Segue right into it.
Yeah.
Like on a burning segue. I watched Elvis.
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
How was that?
It came out. So we purchased it. You know what I don't like? Okay, and I get it. It's theater at home. Like it's early release. But it's $20 to rent it or $25 to buy it.
That's dumb.
So even if I wanted to watch it one time, that's a lot of money. So I just bought it.
Mm-hmm.
It was worth it. It was a good movie.
Oh, okay.
I enjoyed it a lot.
Didn't think that's the way you were going to go with that.
Oh, no. I thought it was very good.
Huh.
Yeah. The first, not even half, the first third was a little bit much. I don't know how you feel about Baz Luhrmann movies.
I don't like them.
Okay. That surprises me for being a Tim Burton Johnny Depp fan because they're very similar.
I know. We've had this conversation.
Very similar.
I don't like... I hated Moulin Rouge, and I'm not a fan of Gatsby. So.
And this one is very Big Fish-esque.
Really?
Like, yeah. But the
I'll watch it.
third is very... It's on my Voodoo guide. No
Shameless plug.
No big deal. It's very quick, and it's just moving, and it's moving, and it's moving. It's a lot of lights, and it's just flashing. It's just like, okay, slow down a little bit. Slow down. Because I really like what I'm seeing. You're just not delivering it in the right way, you know? But it's Baz Luhrmann. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. But once it gets to about the 2/3 mark, the rest of the movie's really good. Yeah. It's really good from that point on. And Austin Butler does phenomenal. The only thing I don't like about it is the fact that Tom Hanks is in it. I really wish they'd have cast somebody else. Because he plays like a foreigner, so he's got an accent.
Okay.
Why wouldn't you put anybody else in there? You're just doing it for namesake.
Yeah.
That could have been anybody. It didn't have to be somebody big. Just let it be somebody else. Because I'm far more distracted by the fact that it's Tom Hanks in prosthetics than I would have been if you'd have just cast Stellan Skarsgård and let Stellan Skarsgård. Because he's a good actor too.
Yeah.
So, but it's good. Yeah,
Cool.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, we've been watching. We just finished the first season of How I Met Your Father on Hulu.
Boo.
It's rough. Really rough. There are some nods, though, to the How I Met Your Mother series. Like, the two guys are in Marshall and Lily's old apartment. They make a reference to them. Robin Scherbatsky comes into it for, like, one episode.
Really?
Yeah.
Kobe Smulders is in it?
Yeah, she's in it for one episode.
Nice.
She comes down and talks to Hillary Duff's character.
So are they, like, related or something?
No.
Oh, it's just completely different.
Yeah, so the guy in it that Hillary Duff, they're dating, or at that point they go on a date and stuff, and then they like break up. Anyways, they're in the apartment, Marshall and Lily's apartment above McLaren's.
Oh.
So she goes down and just goes into McLaren's, and then Colby Schmulders is sitting there.
Oh, that's funny.
Because it all takes place years later. So
Oh, I see. So they're just doing the same thing.
yeah,
again.
it's just a different group of friends and stuff. But
Oh,
I'm
that's
curious
not
as
gonna
to like future seasons, as if they're gonna probably run into like some of the other characters throughout the show.
That would be funny.
It's not great. The humor is really forced. I don't think, but it's whatever.
Is there a laugh track?
Yes,
I'm out.
bad laugh track too. And then last night we started watching the Only Murders in the Building with Steve Martin,
That's on
Martin
Hulu,
Short,
too.
and
Yeah.
Selena Gomez. Very funny.
Is it really?
We're like 2 or 3 episodes in.
Those
And,
guys are great together.
yeah. Oh yeah. And surprisingly, like Selena Gomez is really good in it too.
Oh, I'm sure.
Like she plays off of them really well. But yeah, there's a lot of language in it. It's a Hulu original, so they can do that. It's not on regular television.
That's one thing that surprised me about the Elvis movie was that it was rather clean.
Really?
There was some language in it, but not aggressive, and it really didn't have a lot of trash in it either, which was good. It was a pretty tastefully done movie.
Good.
And Austin Butler sings the whole time, so it's just him. You know?
Oh, nice.
That's one thing about biopics. You're like, well, so we watched it with my mom and dad, and my mom's complaint was like, and I would disagree with her, they didn't age him, really,
Okay.
throughout the movie. So, like, by the time you get to 73, I think is when he died, was in 73, they really didn't age him up.
Right.
And he was in his 40s, Elvis was in his 40s when he died.
Uh-huh.
They changed the way his makeup was and stuff, they changed his sideburns, but
Yeah.
they didn't put him in, because when Elvis died, he was actually pretty fat.
Yeah.
Like, he was a big guy, because he
Yeah.
had heart problems. But they didn't really do that to him in the movie until the very last scene.
Yeah.
And then they gave him the prosthetics. But I was like, I'm so glad they didn't. Because I felt like if it was a halfway mark and you gave him prosthetics then, it would have completely distracted from the movie. Instead,
Yeah.
you just let him play it out. And then the whole thing of, well, does he sing or do you just play a track? You had Bohemian, which was the Queen biopic. Mm-hmm. And Rami Malek didn't sing. It was a track and he just lip-synced. Which is fine. Or you have Rocket Man with Taron Egerton, where he played Elton John. He sang.
Yeah.
So it's like those are your two options. Either the actor sings his best to sound as much like the guy or not, or you just do a track. But that could be kind of a disconnect as well. You know,
Yeah.
it could be.
But I think what's his name from Walk the Line sang too.
Joaquin Phoenix. Yeah,
He did.
And so Austin Butler sang as Elvis in this, and he blew it out of the water. He knocked it out of the park.
Yeah, I would prefer like if they can get him to sing.
I would agree.
And there's enough auto tune nowadays that they can add to the stuff that even
And-
if it's bad, they can make it sound good.
I remember listening to an interview with Elton John. Why we're making biopics about people that are still alive, I don't really understand. But he was talking about Taron Egerton playing him, singing as him, and not doing the track. And he was saying he really appreciated it, even though he's not a 100% sound alike. Mm-hmm. He's kind of giving it his own little spin, his own little twist, and Taron Egerton's putting into, this is what I think Elton John sounds like. Mm-hmm. Respectfully, not like in a bad way.
Yeah.
But Elton John personally appreciated that. I can see that as well, and I really like that.
Yeah, I don't think Elton John had anything bad to say about that film. I think he said like he was.
Never watched it.
No, I didn't either.
Some of the stuff that was in there, I was like, yep, don't need to know that about Elton. Nope. Tiny Dancers. That's as much as I need to know.
But anyways, I think we're out of time for today.
Nothing else?
I got nothing else.
You got anything else, Colin?
Nothing else.
All right.
It's been fun. Go ahead.
Here we go. If you like what you see, head over to YouTube and what?
Gonna let it slide.
What happened?
I said, if you like what you see,
I like what you say here. That being said, I did see that A League of Their Own is now on Amazon Prime, so if you really want to go check that out. All of they, them.
if you like what you see, head over to YouTube. Please like and subscribe. Ring the bell. You can also check us out on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and Spotify.
Google Spotify.
And yeah, shoot us DM. You can DM me at JahazielGood on Instagram, Jesse at Popcorn and Coffee on Instagram, and Colin on ColinBG on Instagram.
That is absolutely correct.
And remember,
Grams.
if we hit 1,000 subscribers, but it has to be within I just thought of this. It's got to be within a certain time frame. I'm not doing it like 1 year later, 1,000 subscribers, shave your head. No.
Okay, but I will allow Coach Tyrell to... No.
I'm thinking like what? 6 months?
Oh, you're going to go that long. Okay.
Or 3 months?
I'd say within a 6-month window.
Within a 6-month window? Okay, 1,000 subscribers within 6 months.
Can we at least consider extending it when we get to 6 months?
We'll see where my hair's at by then. I really hope we're not now.
Thanks for listening, guys. That's all we got for today.
Bye.